From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend enriched with this legendary root offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier cultural choice.
Before I get another call, we got to talk Cynthia G. Oh, Lord, Cynthia G. For those who don't know, Cynthia G is a weird bedwench who has had a YouTube channel, and she's been lurking around corridors of the internet for a minute with a lot of anti-Black male misandry. She's been on this black men ain't shit and propping up Zaddy, and she's been on this black man hate run for a long time. Very wicked, deceptive woman. And she's made a whole platform just denigrating black men. And I mean, just saying vile stuff, talking about women. If you find out you're about to have a black boy, y'all need to get an abortion, abort your black boys. I mean, she's on that type of thing. Very anti-black male. And, she used to hang around our circles acting like a fan for a long time. But she was always sneaky in the background. They always do little sneaky shit on the back end. Because Cynthia has always wanted me. She wanted me to jump her little flat cheeks. And her body is too bad built. And again, Cynthia, she has no hair. And I don't know what happened. Some people suspect there might be some kind of chemotherapy. I don't know. There's a lot of people are suspecting things about why that woman has zero hair. And she has all that mortician makeup on, and she wears those synthetic wigs that look like they come from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Nobody knows what happened. Something happened. Something ain't right. She might be a bionic bedwench. They might have made her ass somewhere in a lab. Nobody knows. But we do know she's very anti-black male. Very anti-black male. She's very upset with me because she's always flirting with me, and I wouldn't give her the pole. I didn't want it. I told her I can't have you as a side piece. That's not going to work, because if I'm hitting it from the bike and that janky wig fall off and I see that big bald head, you looking like Caillou, that's going to just kill my vibe. I'm not going to be able to perform. So that's never going to work. We can never be a thing, ma'am. So she has a lot of hatred for me. And black men in general. And now, because she's been spewing so much anti-black male hatred, her pages got demonetized and they took her YouTube channels down. Because that's the only way she's been making money, I think. I suspect that's the only way she can make $1 by getting on YouTube, spewing anti-black male hatred. So now YouTube has taken the bag from her. And now, poor thing, she's started a GoFundMe. So she's been calling black men dusty. Now she has to do the dusty thing. And, I don't want anybody to suffer. I want her to get back on her feet, because there's nothing worse than a hungry bedwench out here in these streets. That's a very dangerous thing. Now I'm thinking about the community. You got a bedwench on the loose with no money, she's bound to do anything. So you got to be careful out here. She might get desperate. Wearing them synthetic wigs and that funky bayang, she's not going to have no money to get no oils and spray for that bayang, and that bayang dry out, and it's going to emit different fumes and cause harm to the community. So I don't want this woman to start doing dangerous acts. I don't want her to start running up in beauty supplies, doing smash and grabs, trying to steal wigs and bayangs. I don't want that. I don't want this woman to get into a life of crime because she has no money. We do not want that, family. I don't know. I heard she's about to go down to the bay and start bipping cars. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. So I hope she gets back on her feet. She's gonna start bipping cars and robbing strippers. No telling what she's gonna do, family. It's about to get bad out here. So if you're in the bay, lock your doors and hide your hoes, because she's coming for the cars and the strippers. She's desperate. All right. So we don't know what's going on with her. We don't know what's going on, but I hope she pulls it together. You know, a lot of these people, that's how they make a living, just getting on YouTube talking a bunch of shit. A lot of people just make a living doing that. There's a whole little cottage industry, especially when people mentioning me. There's a whole little industry. You get on YouTube, you can make you a couple of dollars if you just make videos about me. You can make you a couple of dollars and pay your little Section 8. Yeah. So it's interesting out here. It's an interesting vibe. All right, let's get let me see. Um Marlon. Let's get Marlon in here. Mr. Marlon. Let's get Marlon. Marlon, hop on, brother.
Flex.
What's up, Marlon? How are
How
you?
you doing, brother Flex? Hey, man, I'm calling you out of Detroit, Michigan, man. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Shout out to the D. Shout out to the D. What's on your mind?
Hey, first thing, brother, I want to congratulate you and thank you for the museum out there in LA.
Yes,
I
sir.
wanted to thank you for the microphone check, and I hope all my foundational Black American brothers and sisters get all those reparations out there in California, man.
Yes, yes, we're grinding real hard, man. We're grinding hard, and we're trying to take this thing nationwide, man. So we're trying to make it happen. We're trying to make it happen. That's why, again, man, we might have to pull up on DC one more time. And again, I'm still thinking about it because I know it's a lot of work that's going to go into it, and we got to be so tight with everything because they're going to send ops left and right. So we got to be super duper tight, way tighter than we were last year, and the team is going to have to be tight, and at least we'll have more time to organize it if we're going to do it. Again, I'm still feeling it out. I want some of you guys to make suggestions on who we could get to speak. I'm trying to feel it out. I'm trying to feel it out because, I try to do these events with a lot of different people and bring them in and give them a platform and help them out. But yeah, the you family, y'all don't realize how many snakes are lurking around in these circles. There's a lot of goddamn snakes lurking around who ain't about shit. They're coming in our circles to just disrupt and just destroy everything. They don't want us to be empowered. You got some of the snakiest ass people lurking around, acting like they're down, and that's a problem. That's a major problem. Yeah, that makes me not want to do certain events to bring all these folks on because there's so many damn snakes out here. But I know the family needs it. Everybody, the community needs to see events and us getting together and trying to get on code as much as we can. Yeah. So let's get a couple of more people in here because I ain't going to be on too long because I am still working on microphone check. And everybody, if you haven't seen the trailer for the film Microphone Check, go to microphonecheck.com and that'll take you to the Kickstarter page where you can get involved. And we're getting very close to our goal. We're getting close to our goal. We got 10 days left, ladies and gentlemen, and we can knock that out. We can get that popping. I see Nunya. I'm not letting you on, Nunya. None of you nothing ass whining tether trolls. I don't want to hear what y'all have to say. Nobody cares. Let's get the Black Hand. What's the Black Hand talking about? The Black Hand.
Yes. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for making that quick statement about Richard Roundtree. When I was growing up, where I grew up, we only had one station. It was black and white, and every Thursday night, the family would sit around and watch Shaft. And it's
Oh wow.
nice to see a black person on the screen, giving a good representation. That was really really good.
Yes, indeed. Now, where's your family from? What part of the Caribbean?
Jamaica.
Yes, indeed. How long you been over here?
About 10 years now. About 10 years. I go back and forth.
Oh,
But
cool.
not obviously non FBA. But I like what you do. I contributed to your museum.
I love it.
My other question would be: you ever thought of interviewing Dr. Cosby or having him speak at one of your events?
You know what? I have. And Dr. Cosby, when we got the museum, he actually called me and congratulated me. Very cordial. So I actually have thought about that. I absolutely have thought about that. And that's still a possibility because I ride with Dr. Cosby heavy.
Nice.
So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That is a possibility. I rock with Bill Cosby. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the call. Oh yeah, I rock with Dr. Cosby. Bill Cosby. Yeah. He's been, giving me props. In fact, did y'all know Dr. Cosby put a little something on the museum too? A lot of folks don't know that. He gave a little something, him and Miss Camille. They let us hold a little something to get the museum. Did y'all know that? Some of y'all might have known that, but yeah, they a little something. Not, wasn't an insane amount, but they gave a little something just to show love. Dr. Cosby wrote a little check for us. So yeah, I rock with Dr. Cosby. I rock with Cosby. I rock with OJ. I like OJ. OJ didn't kill nobody. OJ didn't do nothing. OJ got framed by some white supremacists. Yeah. I want to see OJ back on top. I want to see OJ do his thing. Yeah. But yeah, they got on code against OJ. But I digress. Let's get some more people in here. All right, let's get, who is Day Zero? All right, let's get Day Zero in here. Day Zero.
Yo, Tariq, what's up to the man?
What's up, Day Zero?
No, this day zero. This day zero. It's not DC. Hey, real quick.
I didn't say DC. I said Day Zero. I said Day Zero,
My
brother.
bad, Tariq. Hey, real quick. This is you know about the Pulse nightclub shooting that happened a couple years ago, right? And
Yeah, down in Florida. Yeah.
right. So now the mayor is supposed to be taking taxpayer money, $2 million to buy the actual club to make it an LGBT actual like a memorial. Now I don't know if you
Oh
remember.
Lord.
I don't know if you remember back then, right? And this kind of gets to somebody that typically comes on here and defend LGBT. I think we don't have a problem with them for the most part, but if you go back to the guy that actually, the Omar Madden, the guy that actually committed the atrocity and killed those people, one of the things that the prosecutor had came out and said, and it was in ABC News, that he intended to really originally go into Disneyland, but he was spooked by actual police and chose actually like a softer target, and they kind of like
Yeah.
hid that. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to kind of just point it out to the family, just see how this movement sometimes can be hijacked and turned into something that's really not. The guy is not, he didn't go after them because they were LGBT. He kind of chose them as a soft target because
Right.
he was basically talking about the United States and the interference and them bombing his people, whatever, because he's like Afghani. And, instead of getting at the root of the problem and, talking about United States interference in, foreign countries, we got to change it to virtue signal with this stuff. But I'll lay my plane there.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, they do that a lot, man. A lot of these movements for these other groups, they manufacture a false narrative around it. Like the whole Matthew Shepard thing. The whole narrative, and that's why they got a crime bill for him. The whole Matthew Shepard. See, other groups, they manufacture, they'll use an incident and then flip it so that they can get some political points with it and get some bills through and get some money through. Like the Matthew Shepard situation, where they said he was targeted because he was LGBT. And no, he wasn't. He wasn't targeted because he was LGBT, because the dude who killed him, he was LGBT too. And they had a consensual sexual relationship prior. That was more of a drug deal gone wrong. But because he happened to be an LGBT guy, they flipped that whole thing. Also, with that whole Stonewall, they've been lying about Stonewall. That wasn't that, and I've talked about that for years. The whole Stonewall thing that happened in New York in I want to say 69, 68 or 69, where they said that an LGBT club was targeted because some anti-gay hate. No, it wasn't. They were targeting the black people in there. They raided the place because it was mafia owned, and the mafia didn't, pay what they're supposed to pay. So they went in there and raided the place, and then started bopping on a couple of the black people. And then there was a scuffle and then they didn't flip that whole narrative to say, well, the police went in there because the gay people were enjoying themselves and they were attacking the LGBT community. You see? So they get some mileage out of it so they can hijack it and then try to make themselves comparable to us. Yeah? They have to manufacture a narrative, just like with Jussie. A lot of people forget with that Jussie hoax that a lot of us knew was a hoax the minute we heard it. The thing with Jussie, a lot of y'all forget when that was happening, they were talking about passing bills immediately. They were trying to rush some bills through. We got to rush this hate crime bill through. And all of these white LGBT organizations, boy, they started opening up their damn pocketbooks. Hey, look at what happened to Jussie, this attack on us. Everybody give us some money. A lot of folks forgot about that. They were milking it real fast right before the hustle got exposed. They were milking that thing. They were conning and scamming. And they were doing it fast because they knew it was going to blow up in their faces. They knew that, well, Jussie was going to be the one holding the bag at the end of the day while all these other people get paid. Yeah, they're like, yeah. We know that this is a farce and this most likely didn't happen, but when the blowback comes, it's going to go on him, not us, and we're going to have a bag. So we sit up here and let folks run all types of cons and finesses. Yeah. Let's get Mouthy Mouth. Hop in, Mouthy Mouth. Hop in, man. Mouthy Mouth. All right, where you at, player?
Yes, sir. Can
Turn
you hear
your
me?
speaker.
Tariq, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, brother?
Man, just
Yep.
want to say long time fan, man. Been listening to you for about 10 years strong, man. And pretty much everything you've talked about with the family has always came to fruition with me.
Yep.
First of all, I used to work in a corporate setting with a bunch of white supremacist men, and just being the one black guy didn't bother nobody. Just stayed to myself. I was always seen as a threat to these people for whatever reason. And they ended up firing me over some BS. But I could sense the vibe was just always a kind of like a weird, jealous vibe, just of a black man, articulate, minds his business, don't bother nobody. But they just had this big bug in their ass for a black man just minding his damn business. You know what I'm saying? I ended up having,
because let me tell you something. Because that's the threat. When a black person comes around and you ain't shucking and jiving and performing for
right.
them, that's a threat right there.
Yeah.
The fact that you weren't in their faces skinning and grinning and you're just, hey, let me just go to work and do my job. They're like, what's that nigga planning? What is he thinking? They want to know what's on our minds, what we thinking about. They're trying to fill you out all the time. And if you ain't
Yes.
doing that, you're a threat.
Yes. And let me tell you, those white those white women in that office, man. Those white
They
men.
choosing heavy. That's what it is.
Yep, that's what it was, man. But yeah, I just wanted to say, man,
Choosing heavy.
I donated to the film, to the hip hop documentary. I can't wait till it comes out. And I also bought Butt Breaking as well. So man, I love everything you're doing, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. But brothers, y'all got to understand. Listen, I done said this a million times. A heterosexual black man who ain't a coon on a job, boy, they're so threatened by that. That's why you don't see that in the corporate sector too much. You can count them on one hand. They don't like to have no heterosexual brothers in there who's not cooning and shucking and jiving. When you go in, boy, when a black man goes into corporate America around some suspected white supremacists, you better be moist. That's gonna make them comfortable. If you switching around, when they see you switching and sassy, oh, they're real comfortable. They ain't got no problem. Or if you ain't sassy, you better be a Sambo, a buck dancing coon. You better come to work skinning and grinning with every tooth showing and eyes bucking. Hey there, guy, did you see the game yesterday? Ooh, boy, look, what do you think about them Cowboys? Well, they ain't gonna get them this year now. They want that. They want that type of Negro. But a brother who's just kind of quiet. Hey, good morning to everybody. I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to my desk and I'm going to complete the proposals that I was working on yesterday, guys. And I hand them to you at the end of the day. When you talk like that and go do your business, they're like, oh, what is that nigger doing? What is he doing? And then when you talk like that, the white women are looking at your ass. You see? When a brother who's a heterosexual walks off into corporate America, the white women come through heavy on you. Why you think T.J. Holmes was up there smashing them white cakes? And they had to get rid of him. T.J. Holmes up there smashing the white women, smacking them all on their ass. They're like, T.J. Holmes, you and that nigger cock is going to have to get up out of here. They don't like that. Who's giving a thumbs down? Who is this Don T? Black Donald. Black Donald, hop on. Why are you giving a thumbs down? Are you moist? Are we offending you?
Brother, why you so disrespectful?
To who? Who am I disrespectful to, Don?
Just everything you saying, bro, is like disrespectful to both sides of the party, man. It's just like ridiculous.
No, both sides of who? Now, who are you talking about, sir?
You're talking like you're in 1950, bro. Like we got. I mean, where are you coming from, bro?
Nigga, what's your problem? Because you mumbling, you laying on your stomach, so I need you to roll over on your side at least, sir. Because I don't know what you're talking about, and yeah, your energy is real off. Now, what problem do you have? What problem do you have? You're being vague. What problem do you have?
Just the disrespect for
Of who?
think about people in the workforce and talking about a certain situation. It's just disrespectful to people actually going out there doing their thing.
That
And
makes total sense. Don, where are you from, Don? Because you're not even making sense, sir. Where are you from?
Detroit, bro. That's why I'm on this space.
You from Detroit? Are you a white guy? Don, I didn't mute you, man. Get back on. Don, hop on. Because you are a white dude. And why is a white dude sitting here with black avatars pretending to be black online? What's up with that? You see, when you start calling out white supremacy, boy, you shake the table, boy, the roaches come running right out, don't they? Oh, he got up out of here. Now you're sitting here, well, he's out. He bounced. All right. It's a white man with a black person avatar pretending to be black online. You dig? We're so rent free. That's why he got offended. That's why he's saying it was disrespectful. Because we're calling them out. That's how they work. That's how they act on the workforce. That's why he's offended. That's why he didn't want to say it. He didn't want to say why he was offended. He's offended because he's white. He's like, wait, you're talking about me, dude. Oops, you're talking about me. Hit dogs holla. That's what it is. You guys are very insecure. You white supremacists. I'm talking about the white supremacists. You guys are very insecure about black men in general, especially black men in the workplace. If a black man comes around doing his job, that threatens you because you know Becky and them are looking at him. You know it. Y'all know it. The white women be secretly slipping their numbers to dudes on the job. Well, y'all know what your Becky and them be doing. Y'all know what Becky and them be doing. When a heterosexual black man shows up, Becky's antennas go way up. And he's articulate. The white women get to choosing. White women be bringing him snacks. Hi, Donnell. I got you some delicious Rice Krispie treats. I made them from scratch. Thought you would like them. Yeah, white women be bringing little snacks for niggas at the job. Hey, Jaquarius. I know it's Thanksgiving and you might like your soul food and stuff, but I got you some of my grandma's tuna casserole. I've been making since I was a gal. Got it for you, buddy. Yeah. White women be choosing up on brothers at the jobs. Y'all know they do. Bringing them snacks. Yeah. You know what it is. And this dude got mad. You think you're disrespectful, Tariq. It's very disrespectful, dude. Because I hit a nerve. I'm hitting a nerve. That's okay. We're here to talk truth. That's what we like to do here. We like to talk truth and say what's really going on. All right. He got very insecure. I better be careful because he might go shoot something up. Goddamn Tariq. Yeah, I got to be very careful. Remember, the Buffalo shooter had a reference to my movie on his gun. Remember that? He had buck status broken. You know, that was a reference to the movie Buck Breaking. The white supremacists, they like to hate watch that movie. So hey, I don't want to trigger these people. I don't want to trigger them. All right, let's see who else we got. Let's get Miss is E Rose. Let's get E Rose in here. E Rose. Hop on, ma'am.
Hey Tariq, how you doing? Hope you're having a good night.
I'm good, E Rose. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I don't want to get off topic too much, but I do kind of want to ask you a question. So I was just wondering if you possibly may make a book for, I know you made the Mac lessons for the guys, but can we get a Mac lessons book for the women? and not even that, just
Well, I do.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got a book called Player Be Played that I wrote for women years ago. It was a bestseller, so you can still get that.
Okay, so I wasn't sure. I just feel like we need somebody else, somebody to speak up for the women, and just to let us know so how we can find some, good men, like-minded men, and you know, and also I want to ask you with the museum, have you ever thought about doing maybe like something where people can come and meet and greet, also still just spread different news and network, but something where people can kind of meet just like-minded people.
Yeah. We're gonna start back doing that stuff. And thank you, dear. We're gonna start back. That's what we were doing. We would have events every month, like popping events, meet and greet. We have comedy shows, poetry. We just have things popping there. The city kind of slowed us down with this permit thing. We had to get something called conditional use permits that we're working on now. We actually it's going to take a minute. I think we can have events, but we got to get a special permit from LAPD, and we can only get 4 of them a year until we get our CUP license. So it's a bunch of red tape that they got us going through, but we gonna stick with it, man. We gonna make it do what it do. So we're gonna have some other events coming up pretty soon, and we're gonna have it pop off. But everybody got to get their little stem off the top now because we had it popping so much. We would have our comedy nights, man. We'd be having a good time up there. We'd be having a ball up there. But we're gonna do something. We're definitely gonna have something around around Christmas, around the holiday. We're gonna have something then. I'm gonna have something big around that time. And when we do the movie, when we get the movie microphone check ready, we're gonna have a big red carpet thing there. So yeah, we're gonna have some stuff popping. And some more brunches and meet and greets and stuff. So we're gonna get that back popping. So yeah, y'all just hang tight. And you guys can go to the museum every day though. You can still go and visit and get some of the things we got popping. All right. Let's get Jerry Graves. Jerry Graves in the building. All right, Jerry Graves. What's up, brother? Hop on. All right, waiting on Jerry Graves' phone to click in right. Jerry, where you at, man? You gotta hurry up, brother. All right, when somebody try to get on and their phone is hella janky. All right, while we're waiting on Jerry, let's get Chris, because Jerry's phone is taking a minute. My nigga has a smart flip phone. All right, let's get Chris in here. All right, Chris, you want to do what you do? Turn your microphone on, Chris. All right, while we're waiting on Chris, let's get Fuad. Let's get Fuad. His name is Fuad. Turn your microphone on, Fuad.
What's up, Tariq? I just wanted to say, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you, Fuad?
I just wanted to say, shout out to the FBA family, and wanted to say I love the movie you're doing. Long time listener. I bought your movie, Buck Breaking. Uh, I've also contributed to the museum,
Yes.
and I just wanted to say, with the movie that you're doing, I love FBA culture. I'm not FBA, but
Are you Somalian? What are you, Somalian or Eritrean?
Somalian.
There you go. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. So, but I just wanted to say, as far as hip hop, it's got deep roots in a lot of cultures. Um, and one of the things is with jazz, hip hop kind of originated, uh, jazz is kind of like the structure for all music. And I just wanted to say, there's a lot of good contribution that came from hip hop, from jazz. And I don't know if you're gonna touch up on that in the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we're going to touch on, but thank you so much.
I,
Well, yeah, we're touching on a lot of stuff in the movie because really hip hop, the real basis of it is funk. It comes from funk music. That's the basis of hip hop. Now, funk, that came out of jazz too. And a lot of the moves, the b-boy moves, were a lot of tap dancers and jazz dancers, people who would dance to swing and jazz, and they would hit the floor and do floor work. But hip hop, as we know it now, the genesis of it comes out of funk, where new dances got started. When funk music was created by James Brown, basically, by starting the music on the one, it slowed it down and put it on the one, so we move differently from the other dances. You would move your up rock, your stand up dance would be different. So we started doing boogaloo dances, and then we started to do more street dances. Funk makes you get down. It gets more raw. You do more informal dances. You just get down with it. You groove harder with funk. So out of funk came the boogaloo dances. Out of the boogaloo dances came all of the other street dances. So when we talk about b-boying, you're talking about street dancing, not just spinning on the floor, but street dancing. That's the b-boying element, street dancing. And truth be told, the people who brought street dancing to national prominence was a group on the West Coast. the lockers, the Don Campbell lock. All right, that's something that we don't really like to tell the truth about. We got to tell the truth about all of it. The people who really brought street dancing, and some of those moves are still used today, some of those street dance moves, even when they have break-in competitions or whatever, they'll throw in a little locking in there. And the people to bring that nationwide, the street dancing, to introduce that to the nation first was the lockers on the West Coast. Okay? So I'm saying that what came into being hip hop, elements were coming from all over the place. It was coming all out of foundational Black American culture. So don't let people say, well, hip hop is a Bronx thing. No, it's a foundational Black American thing. Because when you try to say it's a Bronx thing, all of these other non FBA people who didn't contribute anything think they can try to latch on to it. Let's get what's your name? Evandro.
Hey, what's up, brother Tariq?
I'm good, Evandro. How are you?
I'm good, man. Coming in from Cape Verde, man, representing Boston, Massachusetts. Just wanted to say shout out to FBA culture in general. I see Supernova Islam in the room. I fuck with him heavy. Fuck with brother Robbie heavy as well. I seen the
Mm-hmm.
intro. I seen the preview to the documentary. Seems solid. She's very solid. And
Yeah,
hip hop is definitely African American creation, because if you can't, like, I think is if you can't clearly identify something else, there's no way you listen to hip hop and you hear hip hop and you say, yo, this is Puerto Rican.
right,
Nobody
right,
nobody
right.
like, just on first touch, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you eat some food from across the world, like there's a certain flavor to it where you say, oh, this is definitely Asian or something. So there's no way you listen
Mm-hmm.
to hip hop and say, oh, right off the bat, this is some Puerto Rican music. It don't sound like that. So I completely
Exactly.
I understand where, like, yo, it's clearly African American. Uh,
Real-
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And let me land your plane. But yeah, that's a good point. And yeah, we're clearing things up. I don't know where Black people got this thing where we are afraid to check people when they lie. Black folks, I don't know where y'all got that from. Where these people can just lie, and we're supposed to be like, well, let's just go along with it now. Let's not cause no trouble now. Now, the Ricans want to lie. Let's let them lie now. They struggling. They ain't got nothing. We got that kind of mentality where we feel, okay, they're down bad, so let's not beat up on them. Let's just let them lie. Hell no. No, we got to get off that forgiveness, passive slave bullshit. Dude, no. When folks are lying, it's time to start checking. Nah, we don't give up our culture. No, we have a culture. We create something, man. We let people know this is our creation. We should benefit from the things we create. Us giving away everything we create, that's what slaves do. Everybody expect us to act like slaves all across the board. That's what slaves would do. You would work for free and everybody would benefit off of it, and you sitting here with nothing, taking the moral high ground where everybody's eating off what you done damn built. No. It is offensive for them to say Puerto Ricans help create hip hop. That's offensive because it's a lie, and it's disrespectful to us, and it's meant to be disrespectful to us. When they say that, Black people, they're not saying that so that we can all join hands and be kumbaya. Because that's another thing. I think a lot of Black folks want to go along with that narrative. When people give the impression they want to hold hands and be equal with us, we like, okay, we'll let you say whatever, just as long as you can hold my hand and use an ally. They're not saying that to be a damn ally. Black folks, they are trying to colonize our ass. They're trying to colonize our culture. That's what they're doing it for. They're going around telling this lie to colonize the culture. That's why the lie just keeps getting deeper and deeper. They keep pushing the envelope to the lie. They go from, well, there were some Puerto Ricans around during the start of hip hop. No, first they told the truth. Hip hop is Black people. Even the Puerto Ricans would say, hey, black people. I learned that from black people. Then they got their weight up and they got around the white supremacists, and the white supremacists said, hey, y'all need to get like us. We colonize shit. We don't share. We don't show difference to them. No. We colonize stuff. So you got to colonize that. So then it goes from black folks created it. Well, Latinos were there. Then we let that go down. And then it goes from Latinos were there. Well, Puerto Ricans and blacks helped create it. And then we let that go down. And then it goes to, not only did we help create it, blacks and Puerto Ricans created it 50-50. You know, y'all sat up there in New York. Y'all gonna hold that L for letting Fat Joe get away with that bullshit. The only person who's been calling Fat Joe out from New York for a lot of that fuckery that he gets into is DJ Star. Shout out to Star. He's been calling Fat Joe out for a lot of his foolery for a long time. He's one of the few that's been doing it. And I like some of Fat Joe's music, but damn that. No, you're not going to do something that's ethnically disrespectful by saying, yeah, we did it 50-50 now, and then run and hide because you can't explain. And then when somebody tries to pin you down to give an explanation, well, what do you mean 50-50? Well, look at this. Here's a clip of Wild Style. They're right there, Ruby D. See? We was there. Nigga, Wild Style was a decade after hip-hop was created, dude. What are you talking about? So you lied. You lied. And then it goes from 50-50 to, well, you know, Puerto Ricans started up rocking first, and that's how people got to start breakdancing, because of the up rocking. So technically, y'all got b-boying and breakdancing from us. We started it. You see? The colonizing comes in real slow. If you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. So that's why with this movie, we're going in bold. That's why they're having a damn hissy fit. That's why the minute the trailer came out, these folks lost their minds. There's got to be about 50 response videos to the trailer at this point. You go look at YouTube. There's about 50. I'm being conservative now. There's about 50 response videos. Well, people losing their mind because of the trailer, because we get into the nitty damn gritty. Since y'all want to be bold with lies, we're going to be bold with the damn truth. If y'all think those 2 minutes hurt your feelings, think of what these 2 hours are going to do. And the shit in the trailer is light work. The trailer is so light work that's just a love tap. We didn't get off in that ass yet. Wait till you get into the movie. We get in your ass heavy with receipts. We just ain't gonna be talking. We gonna go all the way back and show y'all what we did and what you didn't do. We should have been doing some straightening a long time ago, and people are trying to get in front of it. Oh, look, this documentary is going to be divisive, nigga. Hip hop is about all cultures coming together. Shut up and sit your ass down. I don't want to hear none of that. We're going to get some straightening. Y'all ain't about to talk your way out of this. We're going to get the truth out here on what happened, who did what time, when did it happen. We're going to get all the time frames and the dates and the people and everything in order and tell the truth and where y'all got this stuff from. We'll stop all the lies. I ain't trying to be on some kumbaya shit with you. I don't need you. My self-esteem is very high. I do not need to sit up here and shuck and jive with y'all asses. Some of these non-FBA people, I don't need to sit here and skin and grin with you. I'm not one of these low self-esteem niggas who feel validated. We got a lot of people who feel validated by all these other people. You get some non-FBA people around to give you a pat on the head. There's some kind of psychological validation you get. I don't have that. I could care less. I ain't trying to be buddy-buddy with you if you ain't standing on truth. Yeah. All right, let's get some more people in here. Let's get Diane Muhammad. Diane, hop in. or Dion.
Hey, what's up? I was just wanted to say that I've been listening to you for a while, and I appreciate what you do as far as bringing awareness to being FBA and what that is. And I just wanted to say something. You were saying how people let Fat Joe or black people give things a pass, but I know that because I was one of them people that, sometimes it comes from not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
ignorance, coonery, and even, it's a lot of coonery that goes on and a lot of stuff that goes on, and we're ignorant. You become enlightened to it, and then you can change. I do believe that, like, you know, we got to remember that when dealing with each other. But I do appreciate you, bringing, making me realize some things. Like, I just went to Paris and I've been traveling abroad and stuff, and just looking at the different black people that come from the different countries. And I was coming back telling my people, like, yeah, Tariq Nasheed is right. Like, we are the ones, like, they looking at us, how they do their hair, how we put on our clothes. Like, they really do. All the black people of the diaspora, they notice us, they pay attention to us. You know what I mean? Like, and
Right. Yes. Yeah.
it's like, even when, like, somebody was, an African dude was saying, "Oh, Paris is racist." Woo, woo, woo. Like, when I went over there, they could tell I wasn't an African. I wasn't treated like that. Like, they really treated me like a king on God. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
um, just a lot of the stuff that you be saying, even when because to be honest, I am in the, well, that LGBT community or whatever like that, but I don't get offended when you say the things that you say, because it is right. And I be having to remind my
Yeah.
friends and some people a lot of the times, like, you know what I mean? You can't look, because, they'll look down on a heterosexual black male talking about, they bums or they can't do this and do that. But it's like, you only giving a break because you're a punk. And you know what I mean? Like, you're no threat. You're coming in
Yeah.
here, and you know what I mean? Like, really, they're giving you and then what you didn't hit on is that often they're very hand in hand with, like, being a coon. Being a punk and a coon goes right together, because they are crazy with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
and they use
Mm.
that, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you look, and when you watching CNN and stuff, all them black men that they put from the Democratic Party on TV, they always punks. Like, I think Cornel West is the only straight one that I seen. Everybody else is a sissy. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Like, they use that as like a direct thing to us. Like, it's like a battle. Like, you know what I mean? So I do see that too. Like, so,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's
I
a
feel
lot
you,
of this
brother.
stuff is from ignorance. You know what I mean? Like, black people, they put a
Yeah.
lot of money and, like, look what they do to our music and the way we entertain. Like, I don't even watch TV or nothing that they be putting out for black people, because it's almost insulting. Like, how many times is we gonna watch stuff about drug dealers and stuff, the '90s, and them selling all that dope? Like, how many times is they gonna play that story to us? Like, I don't know, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I appreciate you, and yeah.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. All right, let's get a Black Alpha Network in here. Black Alpha. What's up, Black Alpha? Black Alpha Network. What's up, Black Alpha? I'm good. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing good. First off, I want to say I can't wait for the documentary. It's going to be powerful. And, according to some of these non-FPAs, man, it's going to be a game changer, brother. So I'm looking forward to it, family.
Yes, indeed, man. I can't wait to have it out, brother.
All right. One thing you said, family, I want to talk about is you said this on your live stream I think a few days ago, where when you talk about back in the 90s, brother, do you remember when they was trying to ban hip hop?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dolores Tucker, they was breaking CDs in the street. Where were all the Puerto Ricans at then defending hip hop if they claim it's their culture? None of them were around. It was Tupac. It was a lot of folks on the West Coast, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg. They were the ones really defending hip hop, and Puerto Ricans sat that out. They didn't say anything at all. So it shows you, again, we've been the only ones representing foundational Black American hip hop because we are the ones who created it. All these other groups are just out here trying to get in right now when they weren't saying a thing when the dominant society was trying to downplay its family. So that's one of the points you brought up, brother, that I want to touch on, man. So I appreciate you, family.
Thank you so much, brother. But yeah, man, when hip hop was under attack, Yeah, none of these other people were claiming and standing up, man. They were trying to put brothers in jail. Dude, they were trying to put Easy, because they were getting investigated by the FBI, and over at K-Day radio station, Greg Mack. A lot of folks in LA, y'all know who Greg Mack is, and K-Day. The feds were going up there. That was an all hip hop station. The FBA brother had an all hip hop station out here in LA. Greg Mack said the feds was up there asking questions about like Easy and everybody. Hey, we have to take the brunt of all of the bullshit. We got to go through the investigations. My brother Ice-T, that's my guy. Ice-T had the feds on him. He did that Cop Killer song. A lot of y'all might not remember Cop Killer. They were on Ice-T's bumper. The vice president was calling Ice-T out. Dan Quayle was talking shit about Ice-T. So they had a target on brothers' backs out here during the 90s. It was only us with that target on our backs, man. Yeah, that's why the group Public Enemy is Public Enemy. What's their logo? A black B-boy with his arms crossed. That's their logo. That's one of the coldest logos in the game. That's one of the coldest logos. Yeah. And yeah, people like C. Dolores Tucker. See, this is why I don't give none of these other non-FBA people, props like that. I'm, like the people like Flash and Herc, I give them props. But man, look, C. Dolores Tucker was, going after brothers. And she's a tether. A lot of folks don't know that. Did y'all know C. Dolores Tucker is a damn tether? She's non-FBA. I think her family's from Barbados or somewhere, or the Bahamas or something like that. But she's Caribbean. A lot of folks didn't know that. And she was with a white conservative. They were backing each other. They were backing her ass. So a dude named William Bennett, if I'm not mistaken. So the white powers that be were funding her to attack foundational Black American rappers. And she's a goddamn tether. So these tethers have been doing little slick shit for the longest. So, Tupac rapped about her. She was trying to get Tupac locked up. Yeah? And she was trying to shake down these black that's what it was about. She was trying to shake down the black rappers, to shame them and get with the white supremacists like tethers do. And y'all degrading lyrics, degrading. Y'all give me some money so I can create my own label. Y'all need to give me some money. And then people pointed out, well, bitch, you a slumlord back in Philly or somewhere she's from. Wasn't she from Philly or Baltimore or some shit? And she had some apartments with roaches all in them bitches. And they're like, hold on, how are you mad at Tupac and them and your apartment got flooding toilets and roaches, bitch? So yeah, people started calling her out. She was a slumlord. She owned some apartment buildings and had black folks living raggedy as hell. Look all that up, man. Look that up. See, Dolores Tucker wasn't about shit. A hateful ass tether. You dig? The tether's been doing little slick shit to us for the longest. Then folks get mad because we start delineating and asking questions about who people are. Who are you, man? Where the hell are you from? Where's your family from? You dig? Because even if there were some older black people who had a problem with Tupac and Snoop, and they could go holler at them behind closed doors. Hey, no, I ain't trying to shake you down. I'm not trying to get you put in jail, but boy, pull your pants up. That's how we do. That's how our FBA elders do. The FBA elders, they're not trying to get us locked up because, they got FBA children. So they'll talk to us, they'll come talk to you like a parent. Baby, I don't like them words you saying. There was a sister, I remember an elderly black woman when we first did Hidden Colors. If you look at the first Hidden Colors, I'd be jeweled up. I had my earrings on. I would be real, I was keeping it kind of player because, I was still blinging out a little bit. And in the first Hidden Colors, if you look at that, I got on like big diamond earrings and stuff. And then I got an email from an elderly sister. She like, hey, baby, I love the Hidden Colors. I loves it, baby. If you do another movie, baby, take them earrings off. Them boys, y'all boys don't need to have them earrings on. Take them off, baby. The elderly black woman wanted me to take my earrings off. And guess what? I took them motherfuckers off. I've never worn them in another movie. because the sister emailed me. Now she could have, did a see the Lord's Tucker, but she didn't. She emailed me and talked to me like my grandmother would. And out of respect to that lady, I don't even know who she is, but she hit me up and she did not want me wearing earrings in the movie. And I just felt my grandmother's spirit. I'm like, ma'am, I'm not going to wear the earrings no more. And I hadn't worn them since. I didn't put them on no more. You know, sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it's just that damn simple. But with the See the Lord's Tuckers, it's not about helping the community. It's all about them using us to finesse a damn bag. It ain't about them. Caribbean tethers are good at that, like Tarana Burke. It ain't about helping no girls. I'm going after all these niggas so I can help black girls. You ain't helping them black girls. You trying to get a bag for your pickle nose ass. You trying to get a bag for yourself. Because when white dudes do something to sisters, y'all are nowhere to be found. You can't pick and choose when you're going to defend sisters. Your sisters ain't worthy of defending if a zaddy do something to them. What kind of backwards ass logic is that? When a white person does something to a sister and everybody's trying to get her on code, you're nowhere to be found. But you want to pop up out here when white people send you to go attack a Bill Cosby or an R. Kelly or somebody. No, as you're a phony. That means you don't give a shit about no black girls. Yeah. So yeah, these capitalistic con artists who come around us trying to finesse, and we should have been calling that out a long time ago. Yeah. Let me see who we got. Let's get label supremacy. Label supremacy. Hop on. That's an interesting name. Label supremacy.
What up, Tariq? Peace, family. Okay, so in in lieu of everything that you said, I had this conversation with a brother earlier. What I mean? So when we look at the era of hip hop that we grew up in, the '90s era, I mean, with the Biggies and the Tupacs, right? And I mean, we understand that they have a lineal descent that is not foundational Black American, right? Now,
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
yeah, all right, yeah. Now, in hindsight, right, we look, to the present, right, and we can see, in hindsight, right, that where we were standing at, one point in time when it comes down to these artists that we hold as the greats, which I believe that, Pac was, the greatest, right, as far as
Yeah.
his artistry and his body of work, right. And okay, so if we look at today, right, in contrast to our era, where we grew up at, do we look at I want to know your personal opinion. Like, do you look at these artists as tellers, right? Because, and I asked that question because I don't believe, what I'm saying, I don't believe that they are. Because
Now Tupac he's foundational Black American.
absolutely,
So
because his father was, right. His biological father was,
yeah,
and then not only that, the man that raised him, Jarrell Williams, Matulu Shakur, he was born in Baltimore, Maryland, right. Now,
yeah.
okay, so when we look at these current artists that may have a lineal body that may be, Caribbean, African, or whatever, and they are not knowing, exactly, who their biological father may be, because, we know at that time, like today, there was a big influx of, immigration going on, from the 70s into the 80s and things the 60s, 70s, 80s, so
Okay, let me. let's look at this because you're all over the place. Okay, all right. Just because a person is Caribbean, that doesn't make them a tether. All right, just because you're a non-FBA doesn't make you a tether automatically. A tether is based on an action. It's based on what you do. So it's not like an Akata. See, they call us Akatas just for being born in America. They call us Akatas in Africa, parts of Africa. We don't do the same. We're not calling you a person a tether, simply because they are not a foundational Black American. A tether is somebody who does something detrimental to foundational Black Americans. He does something that's off code or does something that undermines a foundational Black American. So a tether is based on an action, not a noun, just what you are. No, it's based on an action. It's based on something that you do. And no, I wouldn't say Biggie is a tether. He didn't do anything to undermine foundational Black Americans or some of these other people. Now, C. Dolores Tucker, yes, she's a tether because she cosplayed as us, but she was secretly undermining us because a lot of people who are not from our lineage will have disdain for us. Let's go back to Tupac. Tupac had some tethers around him, some niggas acting like his friends, and they actually set him up. The ones who set him up to get shot. Now, the situation where he got killed in the West Coast, that was a little different because these weren't not his friends. But the cats out there in New York, he was around a bunch of Caribbean dudes who were skinning and grinning in his face while they were setting him up. All them dudes were setting him up. Those are tethers. Now, he got caught up out here because he tried to get into some gangbanging shit he should not have gotten into. But I understand why he got into it, because that whole chain thing, people were snatching death row chains, and I think Pac felt like, okay, I kind of instigated a lot of stuff, and this is on me, so let me show these guys that I'm down. And he should have got into some gangbanging shit because the LA West Coast politics were way different than any other place, that he didn't understand the severity of it. But that's neither here nor there. But the thing is, again, um, Hispanic, not Hispanic, but Latino, Caribbean artists, and there are a lot of artists out here who have Caribbean backgrounds. They're not tethers just because they're Caribbean. You do have some great guys. Kara's one has a Caribbean background, one of the greatest rappers out there. Busta Rhymes, even though he says a bunch of bullshit, Busta is one of the greatest hip hop performers out there. To me, I think he's a phenomenal performer. Does he say some utter bullshit about culture and the history of hip hop? Yes, but he is a great performer. I'll give him that. So there, I give people props what props are due.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I was saying that right to bring it to the current, like I mean, the current artists that I mean, because I mean, from my perspective, I mean, I'm looking at these new artists as if I mean, they have father issues, they have daddy issues, right? And I mean, not to make an excuse for it, right? But at the end of the day, when we look at it, like because of the trajectory of what we're actually looking at and hearing, like it
Now
speaks
hold on. Let's
directly.
slow down, slow down, slow down. Now, where's your family from? Because you're clearly Caribbean. Where's your family from?
Nah, I'm my family is originally from Natchez, Mississippi, by way of Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm currently in Oklahoma. I'm not Caribbean at all. I have no
Oh,
Caribbean, I mean, roots. But
oh, oh. So where's your family? Where's your dad from?
my father is from Mississippi,
Okay, and your
Natchez,
mother's from Natchez, Mississippi. Where's your mother from?
and my mother is from LeFlore County, Mississippi. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Yeah, by way of Knoxville, Tennessee.
okay.
Um,
So they both descended from slaves in Mississippi.
absolutely,
Okay, all right.
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right, yo, yeah. So what I was saying was that what I'm seeing in the current culture of our people, and not to make an excuse, you know what I mean, but to say that uh, there is uh, a father issue, which we understand the you know what I mean, the ideas behind it and why, right? I mean, just
Okay,
just from looking back.
okay, brother. Shit, let me get some, brother. I don't know where you going, brother. It's taking you forever to get to the point, brother. I gotta get you off here and land your plane. I don't know what the hell your point is, brother. This brother's been trying to make a point for about 20 minutes, and he's not getting to the. I don't know. Tupac and Biggie and them is Caribbean, and if they tell this because if you put it to the current time, like not just the 90s, but in the current time, like right now, around 4:30, 5:30, something like that. Current time now, people ain't got no fathers at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, they got father issues. And if you got father issues, it goes back to Busta Rhymes. I mean, what the fuck? I don't know. I couldn't follow it, man. I don't know what Tupac and Biggie had to do with fatherlessness. I don't know what this dude was talking about. I tried, family. I don't know what the correlations were. Brother, he went from Tupac, Biggie to fatherlessness. I just don't know where he was going with it, man. It just wasn't connecting for me. You know, I tried. I tried to hang in there, tried to be fair, but shit, I'm not gonna sit here squeezing my brain trying to figure out what the hell you're talking about, brother. Brother, what kind of weed are they selling down there in Mississippi? Or where did he say he was from? He said his family was from Mississippi. Okay, where? Baltimore. He's in Baltimore. What kind of weed are they selling in Baltimore? Okay, I know they got that cheap end of the month weed. They don't get that good supply in until the first. You got a few more weeks until the first of the month dope come through. The drug dealers, let me tell y'all, when I get calls like this, I gotta talk to the drug dealers. Y'all stop stepping on your dope. All right? Y'all stepping on this shit and it's making folks crazy as cat shit. Y'all stepping on it and trying to stretch it out to the first. Stop stepping on that dope. Y'all trying to put too much fentanyl in there to stretch it out. And y'all got folks talking crazy. All right? Just wait till you get your re-up in on the first. Let Pablo get that package to you and then serve your customers. But yeah, stop stepping on the fucking dope so much around the middle to the end of the month. They start stepping on the dope heavy around this time, man. They start mixing with all types of bullshit. Y'all be crazy as cat shit out here, man. God damn. Anyway, man, let me get out of here. Family, everybody go to Microphone Check if you can. Go to Microphone Check. Everybody get involved with Microphone Check, man. This is the most important film in our current history. This is a fight for the culture. We got to take our culture back. And that's going to start with us right here and you on the grassroots. So we're doing great. Let's get to the finish line, everybody. Family, we need to get to that finish line and get history popping. Get involved with this historic project. Microphonecheck.com, ladies and gentlemen. Microphonecheck.com. So you guys, I want y'all to have a great week. Think positive, think productive, think codified. And I'll chop it up with you guys tomorrow, man. Good night, family. Pup Yakute and Lalavuve to the family.